Hello and welcome to the Clever Channel. I am Jason, your host. Trigger warning, we're going to be talking about suicidal thoughts, about deep dark depression, and about choice. Unfortunately, I have seen a lot of death in my life. And there's a lot of people who are in a very dark place. Now, I have always believed that everybody should have a choice when they live and die. This world is too harsh for some people. This world is too much. You can't decide when another person is at the end of their rope. Ending your life isn't easy. The human condition, our very nature, our very instinct is to survive. You can take 100 people who are depressed, drop them in a lake, and they will strive to get to the surface and take a breath. I believe everybody deserves choice. No one should decide or judge anybody if they make that final choice. Just as we all have a choice to live, we must have a choice to die. And it definitely isn't a coward's way out. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of intent to take that final step, whichever way you decide to leave this world. I've always believed that choice matters. People who have terminal illness, people who are going to suffer massive amounts of pain as their body degenerates. When is it okay for that person to say, just give me the morphine? When is it okay for the person that's going to have the disease that locks your body down and freezes it in place for the rest of your life? So at a certain point in time, you have to choose whether you're going to be sitting down for the rest of your life or standing up. And the day will come when you can no longer swallow. When is it okay for you to say, as a human being with choice and rights, I can't go on? When is it okay for a person with dementia, and I've seen what it's like for people with dementia, to say, I don't want to go through that. I want to end the world and go out of the world while I still remember who I am, why I still have faculties. Why I still am the agent of my own brain. Why my people, my friends can remember me as I really was. I know if given a choice and if my mum had known and been able to plan better, she would have wanted to end it, because what my mum's gone through, she wouldn't have wanted to put me through it. And then there can be the people who are dealing with mental anguish and pain that no pill can fix. They spend their entire life living a nightmare situation of pain, suffering, and fear and depression. When is it okay for them? But, and this is the point of this message, for you to make a choice, you have to have all the facts. You have to be cognitive. You have to be rational. If you decide you want to end your life because you're depressed, then a chemical reaction in your brain is causing your brain to go down a certain route. If you decide to end it because of severe panic attacks or bipolar or anything like that, then someone needs to step in and help you. Life is precious. It's personal choice, but it's also the choice of your friends to keep an eye on you. That's why I'm so glad I'm in all these servers and that, and people keep an eye on me. I have so many coping strategies for me to keep me okay, to keep me going in this world. And I am thankful for everybody who is a part of that. I'm lucky, even with all I've faced. If you've got a friend who's having a rough time, be there for them. Sometimes all you need to do is listen. If you feel that someone is falling down a spiral of depression, then step in. They may not thank you for it, but that's what a true friend does. I've always believed that people have a choice between life and death. But yeah, to make that choice, you have to be cognitive and rational. And if you're depressed, you are not. If you're having a manic episode, you are not. If you're having a panic attack and your heart and you can't handle it and your heart feels like it's going to rip out of your chest, you're not in a situation. This is the time to either ask for help or for your friends, your family to intervene. Because you just may save someone's life. Because remember, I've been there. I've been on the edge of death. In 2019, nothing was working. Absolutely nothing was working. None of the usual things was working. Paola had died. I had bowel cancer. I was depressed. I was lonely. Every day I would relive my wife's depression due to my wife's death due to PTSD. I was so messed up in my head that my brain kept saying, hey, I wish the cancer had come back. At least that would be an easy way out. But I know now that if I had gone down that bad path, that if I had ended my life, I wouldn't have met all of you. I was so convinced in those early days that I would never smile again, that I would never stop crying, and that life was pointless without Paola, and that I had cancer and I couldn't eat or anything, and everything was wrong. But if I had taken that plan, if I had done what seemed to me like a really good idea at the time, then I would not be here now with all of you. I wouldn't have met all the wonderful, amazing people I've met since then, and got to spend all the wonderful time. And who would have looked after my mum's house? And all those times I've sung and done vlogs and inspired people. It's still hard. I still can get depressed. That's why I have so many coping strategies in place. I'm so glad that I did not end my life in 2019. Because that's the thing. Back then, I couldn't see past my grief. I couldn't see past my pain. I couldn't see past my suffering. Back then, I truly believed I'd never smile again. I truly believed that this was the end times. And now, while I'm still dealing with all the problems I deal with and that, I am so happy that I'm still around. So if you've got friends, if you've got people that are having a rough time, keep an eye on them. Be there for them. Sometimes being a good friend means watching out for someone, making sure they're okay. I know I've got people who who watch my videos, and if they think I'm having a bad day in that, they'll contact me. They'll Discord message me and see if I'm okay and what's going on in that. Life is precious. And I've always thought of it this way. As long as you're still around, there's potential. We have no fucking idea what's going to happen tomorrow. Aliens could invade. But if you end your life, all those potential, all that possibilities goes away. Tomorrow's chances are no longer there. Take care of yourselves.